Yo, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be doing something nobody has ever done before. I'm going to be beating Pokemon Brick Bronze with only bug type Pokemon. And to make it even harder on myself, I'm doing it on the hardest copy of Brick Bronze, Aredia Conquest. So without further ado, let's see how it went. I woke up and threw my clock out of the window, then proceeded to get my first Pokemon. Since there's no bug starters, I picked Charmander. After I lost the battle with Jake, I go to Route 1 and catch a Wurmple that I name Wormy. And as I try to leave Route 1, Jake stops us for some terrible news. Professor Cypress tells us that my parents were kidnapped, and after his yapping session was over, I went to the next town. When I first enter Cheshma Town, this girl invites me into her house. This is a first. But when we get to her house, she takes my necklace and runs off. A gold digger. I should have known. I proceeded into Gale Forest, where I caught a Weedle I named Pricky, a Metapod I named Hardboy, and a Nimble I named Crick. I battled the girl and got my necklace back, and then I left on my way to Silvent City. When I entered Silvent City, Hardboy evolved into Butterfree, and I caught an Incada for the gym. After leveling up a ton and evolving Incada into Ninjask and Shed Ninja, I decided to take on the very first gym. He started out with a Lowland Geodude, and I started out with Dustox. I used Poison Powder, and he set up Stealth Rocks. I took out his Geodude with Venoshock, and then he switched into Magnemite. I switched into Shed Ninja, which was instantly killed by his Stealth Rocks. His Magnemite ended taking out my Nimble, Ninjask, Butterfree, and even the shiny Snom I got from Roulette. I ended up heal stalling with Dustox until Magnemite's only move was Struggle. Then I took out his Magnemite with Confusion. He sent in Chinchou, however, quickly after he used Volt Switch and sent out his Pikachu. I poisoned his Pikachu and heal stalled until the poison took it out. He sent back out Chinchou, which I quickly poisoned and took out with Venoshock. And just like that, I got the Arc Badge. After I moved into Route 5, I finally got running shoes. Shortly after that, Snom evolved into its true form, Frostmoth. I also went back to Gale Forest and caught a Blipbug and evolved it into Dottler before moving into Brimber City. As I walked into Brimber City, the gym leader told us that Team Eclipse stole his precious red orb, and that they were trying to summon a powerful Pokémon with it. On the way to the volcano, I also caught this Durant. I beat the goon in the front entrance of the volcano, and then I caught a Sizzlipede. After defeating many goons in the volcano, I eventually made it to the admin, who summoned Groudon. Oh, he's so cute. After they run away because they can't control him, the gym leader shows up and puts him back to sleep. Once that was all over, I grinded some raids and evolved a few Pokemon. Then I decided it was time to take on the second gym. He sent out Torkoal first, and I sent out Dustox. I immediately poisoned him with Toxic, and he set up Stealth Rocks. I then took him out with Venoshock. I sent out Orbeetle as he sent in Fletchinder. I set up a Light Screen and Reflect while his Fletchinder burned me. Then I took out Fletchinder with Psyshock. After that, I sent out Centiskorch and proceeded to sweep the rest of his team with Scorching Sands. And just like that, I got the Brimstone Badge. I proceeded onto Route 7, where I battled some lazy lumberjacks until their boss showed up and forced them to actually do their job. And then, after speeding through Laguna Lake, I proceeded to Rosecove City. After entering Rosecove City, I quickly realized Team Eclipse was doing some shenanigans here too. Because why wouldn't they? After battling some goons, I made my way to the Team Eclipse admin at the lighthouse. And of course, this one is also trying to summon a powerful Pokemon. He steals the blue orb from the old man and then throws it in the water, summoning Kyogre. Yo, adorable. Yeah, so they're dead. So Kyogre just dips, and after Jake is getting done getting hypnotized by love, I go on to challenge the third gym. He sends out Pelipper, and I send out Orbeetle. I switch into Dustox and poison him with Toxic, and take him out with Venoshock. I send out Orbeetle as he sends out Tentacruel. I set up Light Screen and Reflect, and take out Tentacruel with Psychic. After that, I easily take out his Bibarel and Ludicolo with Giga Drain and Psychic. His Swampert almost takes out my Orbeetle, but in the end, I was able to take him out with Giga Drain. And just like that, I got the Float Badge. After getting touched by Professor Cypress, I moved on to Route 9, where I caught a Venipede. And after that, I moved on to Route 10, where I caught Grubbin, and I kid you not, 3 shiny Pokemon before I got a Scyther. After that, I made my way up the mountain and on my way to Anthian City. I came into Anthian and immediately looked at real estate. I went to speak with Gerald, which led to the longest and most boring dialogue session ever. After that, I got myself Scissorite and evolved Chargebug. Then, I went on to challenge the 4th gym. He sent out Skymory and I sent out Vikavolt. Then I quickly took out his Skymory with Thunderbolt. And after that, I easily took out his Hawlucha and Talonflame with Thunderbolt. However, Vikavolt's health was low, so I switched into Scentiscorch to heal him up. He sent out Staraptor, which quickly took out Scentiscorch, so I switched into Vikavolt and proceeded to barely survive, but get a Thunderbolt off, taking out Staraptor. I sent out Scoilopede as he sent out Gliscor. I set up Toxic Spikes, but as I was switching to Vikavolt, he used Defog to get rid of them. Vikavolt took out Gliscor, but then he sent out Salamence, which I quickly took out with Ice Fang. And just like that, I got the Soaring Badge. As I exit the gym, I see a Star Destroyer. Team Eclipse's ship. Anyways, I talk to Tess and we go to the sewer to reach Team Eclipse. Then we see Jake in an orange YouTube predicament and find out that Professor Cypress is German. After that, Professor Cypress goes on about how he's gonna blow up the city. As he leaves, the bombs go off, and out of nowhere, Dialga and Palkia appears to send us back in time to prevent this guy from setting the bombs. After all of that, I go through Route 11 and arrive in Aredia City. I go to Old Aredia to meet up with the gym leader. Oh wait, who is he talking to? Oh my gosh, you guys again! After that encounter with Team Eclipse again, I go to the gym. Now, I would do commentary of the gym, but I kind of swept it with Orbeetle, so, bang, 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 bang. There, and like that, we, got the Crater Badge, yay! And after that, I went through Route 12 and into Flouroma City. Before doing the gym, I traded myself a Larvesta egg from my main account. After that, I moved to the gym where I put fruit in a basket and proceeded to fly through the gym and get the Harvest Badge. After I beat the gym, Tess and Gerald talk about how Team Eclipse is going to summon Hoopa. And that's all I got from that. After that, I hatched the Larvesta egg and evolved it into Volcarona. I moved through the cave and got stopped by... Oh my gosh, what is even the reason for you being here? Anyways, we find out Jake is a part of Team Eclipse, and then we move through Route 15 and into Frostville City. Immediately after entering Frostville City, I went to take on the gym. And after going past some faceless trainers, I found the gym leader and battled him. He sent out Grimmsnarl and I sent out Scizor. I Mega Evolved Scizor and his Grimmsnarl did Reflect as I took him out with Steel Wing. He sends out Samurott, which I proceed to kill with X-Scissor. He sends out Hydreigon, which I take out with Crick. He sends out Mandibuzz, and I switch into Vikavolt. However, Mandibuzz uses U-Turn to go into King Gambit. His King Gambit takes out my Vikavolt, Volcarona, and Scoilopede, leaving Crick to be the last one left. Crick takes out King Gambit, and then he sends back in Mandibuzz, however he uses U-Turn to go into Mega Gyarados. I easily take out Mega Gyarados with Leech Life, and proceed to take down his Mandibuzz with Leech Life as well. And just like that, I got the Contrast Badge. After that, I go down the ski hill and move into Cosmos Valley, where I immediately go to Port Deca. As I enter Port Deca, Brad and Tess talk to me about going to Crescent Island. This dialogue is very boring. Then we see Tess threaten an innocent fisherman and make our way to Crescent Island. I enter Crescent Island and immediately follow this Team Eclipse grunt into their secret hideout. I make my way to the leader and fight Jake one last time. After that, I steal a keycard from Professor Cypress and catch Genesect. We make our way to Hoopa's den where some random story stuff happens and I catch Hoopa for a separate video. And after that whole mess and finally getting my parents back, I take on the 8th and final gym. She sends out Marowak and I send out Crick. I immediately take out Marowak with Throat Chop, and she sends out a Zoroark that is disguised as a Gengar, which I easily take out with Throat Chop. She sends out Skeledirge, which I also take out with Crick. She sends out Annihilape and I switch to Vikavolt, which she quickly kills. I then switch to Scizor and Mega Evolve to take out Annihilape with Aerial Ace. She sends out Mimikyu, which I quickly break its Desaz and take it out with Steel Wing. I send in Genesect as she sends in Gengar. Her Gengar Mega Evolves and uses Substitute, which makes my Z move do no damage. However, in the end it didn't matter because I was able to use Dark Pulse, ending the battle and getting me the Haunted Badge. But it's not over yet, we still need to become champion. I get Flygon and then move through Victory Road without battling a single trainer. And then with the help of chat, I took on the Elite Four. I chose to do the E4 Ice Leader first, which was a double battle. He started off with Iron Bundle and Ninetales, and I started off with Orbeetle and Genesect. I used Trick to give Ninetales a Choice Scarf, effectively disabling it. However, his Iron Bundle took out almost my whole team, leaving just 3 Pokemon left. Orbeetle managed to take out Iron Bundle. He sent out Chien-Pao, which took out Orbeetle, meaning there was only 2 Pokemon left, Vikavolt and Flygon. Chien-Pao almost took out Vikavolt, however Flygon was able to quickly take it out before it could finish him off. He sent out Darmanitan, which I quickly took out with the Bug Z move and Thunderbolt combo. Then he sent out his Abomasnow, which he Mega Evolved. I did good damage on his Abomasnow, but he quickly switched into Calyrex, which I took out with the Bug Buzz Thunderbolt combo. He then sent in his Abomasnow, which I was able to quickly take out with the Bug Buzz X Scissor combo. Then I took out his Ninetales, and that's the Ice Leader finished. I proceeded to sweep the E4 Fairy Leader with Trick Orbeetle and Quiver Dance Flygon. Then I moved on to the E4 Steel Leader, which I was able to sweep again, but this time with Quiver Dance Volcarona and Genesect. Then I yet again sweeped the next leader with Trick Orbeetle and Quiver Dance Volcarona. Then it was time to face Brad. He sent out Grimmsnarl and I sent out Orbeetle, and I used Trick to disable the Grimmsnarl. I then set up 6 Quiver Dances on Flygon before taking out Grimmsnarl with Bug Buzz. He then sent out Gouging Fire, which I took out with Dragon Pulse. After that, he sent out Magearna, which I incinerated immediately. After that, his Salamence came out in Mega Evolved. However, it was useless because I one-shot it with Dragon Pulse. After that, he sent out King Gambit, which I quickly took out with Incinerate. Then, his final Pokemon came out, Calyrex, and I one-shot it immediately with Bug Buzz. And just like that, I beat Brad. But no, it's not over yet. We still have to fight Lando. So, let's finish off this journey, shall we? He sends out Deoxys and I send out Orbeetle. I use Trick to disable his Deoxys and set up some Quiver Dances and then obliterate it. After that, he decided to take out Darkrai, which I took out with Bug Buzz. Then, he sent out his Zacian, which Flygon incinerates. He then sends out Alakazam and Mega Evolves it, however Flygon stole its spoons and took it out. After that, he sends out Rayquaza and Flygon asserts its dominance by ending Rayquaza with Dragon Pulse. And then it was his final Pokemon, Arceus. And with this move, my bug journey is over. Thank you guys for watching this video. This was an extremely hard challenge to pull off, and I would like to thank Veteran Viewer for the help in the Elite Four and Blamo HD for the inspiration for the video. If you guys enjoyed this and want more, please like and subscribe and suggest my next challenge in the comment section down below. However, it's time for me to go, so I hope you all have a wonderful day. Goodbye.